Week 9 was what the hell was that week in 2021 NFL regular season? Week 10. I'm back. You're back in fantasy.
I'm back in fantasy.
You too, right?
All of us.
It's who's back. Who's back?
Who's back?
If you were not back in week 10, you may not
Ever be back.
baby got back. These babies got back in week 10. Chiefs are back. Right? Chiefs are back. Yeah. Cowboys are back.
We never went nowhere.
They went away for about
nowhere.
4 quarters. 4 quarters. 4 quarters, you disappeared. I mean, completely poof, gone. 4 quarters against Denver, gone.
We buried
Cowboys are back. Cowboys are back. The Patriots, as we've come to know them, they're back. Patriots are back on that front. Yeah, I know. But hey, NFL, they're back.
Sorry, everybody.
The Buffalo Bills are back. They went away for 4 quarters briefly against the Jacksonville Jaguars, but they took on the Jets, and as the Colts learned recently, that's the get right game. That's your get right game. So the Bills are back, right? Cam. He even told you, literally himself, I'm back.
I'm back.
Took off his helmet and said, I'm back, in case you did not know that number 1 in your program, number 1 in your heart, was in fact back. Superman 2, the sequel. He's back. He's basically said it to you. I am back. The San Francisco 49ers, they're back. Ooh. Now, it could wind up being just for 4 quarters in the same way that Denver made Dallas disappear for 4 quarters and the Bills disappeared for 4 quarters. Maybe they're back for just 4 quarters. But for those 4 quarters last night, that's the stuff. That's the stuff the Kyle Shanahan coached and John Lynch generally managed 49ers are supposed to look like. They're supposed to have efficient quarterback play from Jimmy Garoppolo with the hands also firmly placed on 10 and 2 on the steering wheel with Jimmy at quarterback. 19 attempts, connected on 15 of those 19.
Efficient.
A couple of them that weren't connected for some reason when they were up big. He's challenging Jalen Ramsey. It was a momentary lapse of reason.
I saw you tweet about that.
Yeah, I'm like, what are you doing? 2 touchdowns for Jimmy G. 2 touchdowns. And the touchdowns were to greatest hits being played. George Kittle, Deebo Samuel. And Deebo had a rushing touchdown. Again, when you go see your favorite band or group in concert and they play their new music, you're kind of like, okay, like I'll be into whatever you're into right now. But just you want to just say, but play the hits. Play the hits. Play the hits.
Come on.
Play the hits that used to make me feel so good. Play the hits that give me just the warm and fuzzy memories. Play the hits. Running 40 times. That's playing the hits for Kyle Shanahan. And in the role of Raheem Mostert, in that role of fill in the blank running back, Elijah Mitchell, 6th round draft choice, as they were pointing out on the broadcast last night on the Manning cast. 6th round draft choice. Terrell Davis used to be that for Papa Shanahan. Okay, this is the 49er good stuff. And then defensively, hitting you in the mouth, turning you over. Pick 6 for Jimmy Ward after another pick. That was a gift to them, and we'll get to the Rams in a second. Timely defense, hard-hitting defense, running the ball down your throat, not knowing who's getting it, who's getting it. It could be flipped out here. It could be, we're pulling the guards there and we're going the other direction. It could be a wide receiver. It could be anybody, but they're all running at the most difficult angle for you to cover, a hole that's most difficult for you to fill, and they're slashing, running downhill. That's the 49er way under Shanahan. We saw it last night, didn't we? Oh, we did. And also, playing the hits for the 49ers is beating the Rams. That's 5 in a row. Last time the Niners lost to the Rams, last time the Rams beat the 49ers was in the final week of the regular season of the Rams Super Bowl run with Jared Goff at quarterback. So, What do you make of it? Well, better to see it now than not at all, which we didn't see it at all last year. Didn't see it at all last year. Could they get Ayuk involved a little bit more? Of course. Can they play a little tighter defense? Maybe. Sure. Robbie Gould kicking field goals from 50 yards out. That's another hit.
That was good.
That's one of those hits. It might be a B-side of one of their hits, but I understand.
End of the show.
B-side.
What do you do with this if you're a 49er fan? You say, yes, and then you say, we're going to Jacksonville next week. Let's finish that one up, too. And then we're 500. Then you're 5-5. Right now, there's a 5-5 team sitting in the 7th slot with Cam Newton quarterbacking it.
Yeah, buddy.
Right now, there's a Saints team sitting in the 6th seed just a game in front of you. I mean, the 6th seed, you're just a game out of the 6th seed, San Francisco. You know? And then you've got a Falcons team that's sitting there at 4-5 as well, getting set to take on a Patriots team that I think is flat out just licking its chops to kick off Week 11 in a couple of nights on the Triple Cast. And the Minnesota Vikings have a game against, oh, yeah, there it is, the Green Bay Packers coming up. That's a must-win for the Vikes since they're at home. I'll just tell you this, folks. You're a 49er fan right now. You like to see it. You like to see the neighborhood that you're sitting in right now. Would you like to be living in a more higher rent district in your division? Of course, but you're not the Seahawks. You would have been 3-6 sitting right there with the Seahawks if you lost last night. And instead, they just put their foot in the ground and they hit the Rams right in the mouth. Good stuff.
I'm going to put up a poll real quick. Which 4-win NFC team best chance to make the playoffs?
I think you're going to see a lot of Niners fans.
That's Vikings, Niners, Falcons, Eagles.
Eat the Eagles, too. I know you put that in Overreaction Monday yesterday that the Eagles.
They look good.
Well, I need to see a little bit more from them consistently, but that's why there's 7 more regular season games, right? Longest regular season ever. One extra piece of runway for you to zoom into the playoffs this year. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.